about giving your Cane Corso some more variety at mealtime, and that means looking at fruits and veggies,
Yeah,
right?
sounds like a plan.
But as responsible owners, we got to remember that not everything we enjoy is good for our pups.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, some things can be downright dangerous for them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So how do we know which ones are safe and healthy for our Cane Corsos?
Well, first, you got to remember that while they came from wolves,
Right.
they're not strictly carnivores anymore. They've evolved.
So their systems can actually handle some fruits and veggies.
Exactly. And they can really benefit from them.
So what kind of nutrients should we be looking for?
Well, fruits and vegetables can offer a whole bunch of vitamins and minerals and fiber, which they might not get enough of in their regular diet.
Okay, that makes sense.
And all that can lead to better digestion, a stronger immune system,
Oh, wow.
and even help them manage their weight.
So it's not just about adding variety, it's about their overall health. All right, so spill the beans. What are some of these superfoods we can add?
Well, for starters, let's talk fiber.
Okay.
Two great sources are carrots and green beans.
Ooh, so those crunchy snacks are good for them too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Carrots are great for their teeth, help clean them.
Ah, like a natural toothbrush.
Exactly. Plus, they're low in calories, which is always a plus.
Especially for a breed like the Cane Corso, they can get a bit, hefty.
You got it. Green beans are another fantastic choice.
Okay.
They're full of fiber and vitamins and keep your dog feeling full, which is great for Cane Corsos with those big appetites.
Yeah, they always seem to be hungry.
Right. And here's another thing about those crunchy veggies.
What's that?
They're packed with antioxidants.
Antioxidants.
Yeah.
Fill me in on that.
So when their bodies process food and oxygen,
Mm-hmm.
it creates these things called free radicals,
Free radicals.
and those can damage cells and even lead to aging and disease.
No, we don't want that.
Right. Well, antioxidants are like these little warriors that neutralize those bad guys.
So they protect the body from damage.
Exactly. It's like a cleanup crew keeping everything running smoothly.
And this is important for active breeds like Cane Corsos, right?
Yeah, for sure. They're more prone to something called oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress sounds serious.
It can be, but antioxidants help combat that.
Okay, so more active the dog, the more important antioxidants are.
You got it. And speaking of antioxidants, let's move on to some fruits.
All right, I'm ready for some fruity goodness.
All right, how about apples, blueberries, and strawberries?
Those are some of my favorites. But what makes them good for dogs?
Well, they're packed with vitamin C,
Uh-huh.
and that's a biggie for a healthy immune system.
Right, vitamin C is good for us too.
Exactly. It helps boost those white blood cells, which fight off infections.
So it's like giving their immune system a little extra boost.
Exactly. And vitamin C helps with collagen production too, which is important for healthy joints and skin.
So these fruits are like an all-around health booster.
They really are.
Yeah.
And each one has its own unique benefits.
Oh, tell me more.
Okay, so apples are a good source of fiber,
Okay.
but you got to remove the seeds and core first.
Yeah, wouldn't want them getting an upset stomach.
Exactly. Now, blueberries. Have you heard they're good for brain health?
I think I have, yeah.
Well, they are. They have those powerful antioxidants.
Uh-huh.
And some of those can actually cross the blood-brain barrier, so they protect brain cells directly.
Wow, that's impressive. So it's not just a quick energy boost, it's long-term brain support.
Exactly. And they're low in sugar, which is always a good thing for dogs.
Okay, so we're talking about keeping our furry friends sharp.
You got it.
What about strawberries? Any special benefits there?
Oh, yeah. Strawberries are also full of vitamin C.
Right.
And get this, they can help clean your dog's teeth.
No way! So it's like a tasty toothbrush.
You got it. A natural way to support their dental health.
I love that. All right, what else is on our superfood list?
Watermelon. Super hydrating and packed with vitamins A and C.
Perfect for those hot summer days.
Exactly. Just make sure to remove the seeds and rind.
Of course, safety first.
Always. Now, while we're talking about safety,
Uh-huh.
we got to talk about some fruits and veggies that are a big no-no.
Right, because not everything is good for them.
You got it.
Yeah.
Some can be harmful or even toxic.
Okay, I'm ready to learn about the danger zone.
All right, first up, grapes and raisins.
Okay.
Those can cause kidney failure even in small amounts.
Wow, serious stuff. So no grapes or raisins ever.
Never, ever. Now, another one to watch out for is onions and garlic.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's raw, cooked, powdered, or even just the flavoring.
Oh, wow.
They can damage their red blood cells.
So no sneaky bites of pizza crust.
Exactly. Another one to avoid is avocado.
Really? I love avocados.
Yeah, well, it contains something called persin, which can cause vomiting and diarrhea in dogs.
Yikes. Guess my pup won't be having any guacamole.
Nope, sorry. And finally, cherries.
Okay.
The pits are a big no-no. They contain cyanide, which is poisonous,
Oh, wow.
and the pits themselves can be a choking hazard.
So cherries are a double whammy. Best to avoid them altogether.
You got it.
Okay, so we've got a good list of safe and healthy options and a list of what to avoid.
We do.
Now, how do we incorporate these good guys into their diet?
Well, think of fruits and veggies as a treat or a supplement,
Okay.
not a meal replacement, just an addition to their regular balanced diet.
Yeah, makes sense.
And there are so many fun ways to incorporate them.
Oh, tell me more.
You could freeze blueberries for a cool summer treat.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or you can puree veggies and mix them in with their food.
I like that.
Or get creative with homemade treats using things like pumpkin and peanut butter.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Right. The possibilities are endless.
I'm feeling so inspired. Is there anything else we need to keep in mind?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Always remember to cut everything into appropriate sizes.
Right. Wouldn't want any choking hazards.
Exactly. And introduce new foods slowly and in small amounts.
That's good advice.
And watch for any bad reactions. If they get an upset stomach, stop giving them that food and talk to your vet.
Got it. So do your research, know what's safe, and listen to your pup.
You got it. With a little knowledge and creativity, you can help your Cane Corso enjoy all sorts of healthy and delicious treats.
I love it. Thanks for all the great info.
My pleasure.
Now, for our listeners, let's get into some specific examples of how to put all of this into practice.
Sounds great.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back after a quick break.
All right, so we're back, and we've been talking about all the amazing fruits and veggies that can boost your Cane Corso's health.
Yep, tons of great options out there.
But I'm wondering, how much is too much? I mean, can we overdo it with the good stuff?
That's a great question. You always got to remember that balance is key.
Okay, so no all-fruit diet for our pups.
Haha, no, not exactly. Fruits and veggies should be like treats or supplements.
Okay, so additions to their regular balanced meals.
Exactly. We don't want to replace those important nutrients they get from their main food. Gotcha. So how do we find that right balance? Like, is there a general guideline?
A good rule of thumb is no more than 10% of their daily calories from fruits and veggies.
10%. Okay. But how do you actually figure that out?
It can be tricky. That's where your vet can be super helpful.
Personalized advice is always best.
Right. They can help you calculate the right amount based on your dog's age, weight, how active they are.
Makes sense. You mentioned earlier that some fruits and veggies can help with weight management.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. Remember how we talked about fiber?
Yeah, the stuff that keeps things moving.
Exactly. Well, high-fiber foods like carrots and green beans can help regulate digestion and make your dog feel full.
Without all the extra calories.
Exactly. Fiber absorbs water in their digestive tract, so it adds bulk.
And that helps things move along smoothly.
You got it.
Yeah.
And for Cane Corsos with those hearty appetites,
Right. They always seem to be hungry.
it's important to manage their weight to prevent things like joint problems and even diabetes.
So these high-fiber snacks aren't just healthy, they're preventative.
You got it. It's about taking care of their health in the long run.
And I guess every dog's different, so what works for one might not work for another.
Absolutely. Pay attention to your pup, see how they respond to different foods.
That's a good point. So we've covered fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants.
Yeah, we've talked about a lot.
What about minerals? Are there any that are particularly good for Cane Corsos?
Great question. One that's really important is potassium.
Potassium, what does that do?
Well, it's important for their muscles, nerves, and even fluid balance.
Okay, so it's pretty important for them to function properly.
Exactly.
Are there any good sources of potassium in fruits and veggies?
Sweet potatoes. They're full of potassium.
Sweet potatoes, okay.
And they're also rich in beta-carotene, which their body turns into vitamin A.
Which is good for their vision, skin, and coat.
Exactly. So yeah, sweet potatoes are a win-win.
They really are, but I've heard they need to be cooked.
You got it. Make sure they're cooked and cooled down before you give them to your pup.
Okay, baked, not raw.
Right. And speaking of cooked foods, what about pumpkin?
Ah, yes, pumpkin. I've heard it's good for them, but can they eat it raw?
Pumpkin is fantastic for Cane Corsos, but it's best served cooked and pureed.
Okay, so what are the benefits of adding pumpkin to their diet?
Well, it's low in calories, rich in fiber, and has tons of vitamins and minerals.
Okay, so another high-fiber superstar.
Uh-huh. And pumpkin's known for helping with digestion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it can help with both diarrhea and constipation.
So it kind of keeps things balanced?
You could say that. And it's a good source of vitamin A, which is important for their immune system and vision.
So pumpkin's like a multitasker in the dog food world.
It really is. It's versatile, nutritious, and most dogs love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are there other ways to give them pumpkin?
Absolutely. You can add some to their regular food, freeze it into cubes for a treat,
Interesting.
or even use it in homemade dog treats.
I love it. You've given me so many ideas.
Glad to hear it. But even with all this info, I still get nervous about giving my dog something bad.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming.
It can be. The most important thing is to do your research, know what's safe.
And reach out to our vets if we have any questions.
Exactly. They're the best resource for personalized advice.
Right. So stay informed and stay curious.
Exactly.
Awesome. And we'll be back with more info to help you on this healthy eating journey.
Absolutely. We'll keep providing evidence-based info and helpful tips.
So stay tuned for more deep dives into dog nutrition.
We'll have more insights and practical advice coming soon.
Until then, we've talked a lot about how good fruits and veggies can be for our Cane Corsos.
Yeah, all those nutrients.
But it's not just about the physical stuff, right?
You're right. It's about the bond we have with our pups.
Exactly. When we take the time to pick out those healthy snacks, it shows them how much we care,
It's a real act of love, even if they don't get all the science behind it.
They feel the love, that's for sure. Speaking of love and care, we mentioned watching out for bad reactions.
Right.
So what are some signs our Cane Corso isn't tolerating a certain fruit or veggie?
Well, you got to keep an eye on their digestion.
Okay.
Vomiting, diarrhea, gas, bloating, even if they suddenly don't want to eat.
Those are bad signs.
Yeah, definitely red flags.
Well, if we see those, we stop giving them that food and call the vet.
Exactly. Better safe than sorry.
It's like being a detective, trying to figure out what's causing the problem.
I think about it.
Yeah.
And your vet will appreciate knowing what's been going on.
Makes sense. So we've covered a lot today.
We have.
The good stuff, the bad stuff, and that special bond we share with our dogs.
It's been a great conversation.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Well, it's inspiring to see how much our listeners want to give their Cane Corsos the best life.
Yeah, they really care.
It's not just about food. It's about a whole healthy lifestyle.
Exercise, playtime, training, and a balanced diet.
Exactly. And those fruits and veggies play a big part in their health and happiness.
It's like we're building a strong foundation for them.
I love that analogy. A strong foundation prevents problems later on.
So true. It's about being proactive, giving them the best possible start.
And remember, every dog is different.
Right. What works for one might not work for another.
So be patient, see what your dog likes, and don't be afraid to try new things.
That's great advice. So adding fruits and veggies can really benefit our Cane Corsos.
Absolutely.
It can boost their immune system, help with digestion, and even manage their weight.
But remember, balance is key.
Right. Treats and supplements, not replacing their main meals.
Exactly.
And of course, do your research, know what's safe, and talk to your vet if you're unsure.
It's been a pleasure diving into this with you.
Likewise.
I hope everyone feels more confident about their Cane Corso's nutrition.
We've covered so much, but there's always more to learn.
That's right, always more to explore.
And we'll be here to guide you along the way.
So stay tuned for more deep dives, more insights, more tips.
Until then, keep those tails wagging, keep those bellies full.
And those hearts happy.
That's it for today's deep dive. We'll be back soon with more exciting topics. Until then, keep learning and exploring with your furry friends by your side.